Good morning, everybody. Good morning. All right, we're going to use this mostly as a working session. If you're not going to be doing the 10-day reset, then no worries. You'll learn something anyway. You might even get some good one-day meal plans out of this. In the past, I've tried to do what we used to call a detox 3 to 4 times a year. Most recently, I've got where I do them almost every month because it seems like I always put on a few pounds at the end of the year. The end of the month. And then the first of the month's always a good reset. We'll be doing this one at the end and the beginning of March. We're going to do this one on the new moon. That seems to be like a good day to do. No new agey stuff going on here, but the circadian rhythm is affected by all of that. The gravity, the pull, all that stuff. So you'll notice some fun things if you're doing this reset with us, with the cycles of the system outside of our system. It's amazing how it affects your water retention and whatnot, just like it does around the ocean. That's always interested me, high tide, low tide. So you'll experience some of that, but it's a good time to mark it on the calendar and get it done. I like this one starting on a Thursday because while we're motivated, we can get through that first weekend without having holidays. Lots of times what happens, you start on a Monday, by the weekend you're ready to give in a little bit, and then you have that setback on that first weekend. So we're going into the weekend next week doing this one, so hopefully everybody will be excited and fired up. We're going to incorporate some modified fasting, Tiger 36 fast. Those of you that's not done those, it's really rewarding. Both physically, spiritually, it's very rewarding. If you're not going to be doing the 10 days in a row, that's okay. When we do the meal planning today, we can talk about how you can turn some of these into your own personal wow challenges. They're a lot of fun. Even if you only incorporate a training wheel fast once a week, you're going to see better results than someone who's never fasting, given that relaxation period to the digestive system. So you might want to consider this one. We're going to meal plan it together. I want everybody that wants to do this to leave with either a sheet of paper with your meal plan written down, meal ideas planned out. Doesn't have to be specific, but kind of what we're going to stay around, or your worksheet. I'll be using a worksheet when we get to it. Do we have anybody that you're thinking about officially doing the reset starting next Thursday? This overlaps perfectly fine with the 8-week driven course challenge. Anybody think about doing it? Lisa's thinking about doing it. I really love it. I enjoy doing it. I always drop 5 to 10 pounds. It's mostly water and waste, but that waste has got to go too. All right, we'll get right into it. Has anybody not done Tiger 36 days? You've never done a Tiger 36. Tiger 36 is a 36-hour fast. You're only drinking water or approved beverages. However, we're going to modify this one so that if you've never done Tiger 36, we're going to let you skate by with some pre-digested foods. That will help you get through those if you've never done them. If you can get yourself, even if you do the modified form of it, if you can get yourself to do 3 36-hour fast, Monday week, a week from Monday. So we go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Our reset's well underway. And then all of us, either Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. If you can do 3 36-hour fasts, that's 108 hours of fasting. And that wonderful word happens. Does anybody know the wonderful word, what happens when we hear this word, autophagy? Autophagy is incredible. What happens when we hit peak autophagy, which we will in 108 hours of fasting? No, it's not 108 hours in a row. No. No, we do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm going to go over it today. You don't have to do this to do the reset, but I'm going to do it. It's a lot of fun too. You have to really push yourself, learn to say no. And if you get some pre-digested protein meals, it's really pretty easy to do. You won't get as in deep of a form of autophagy, but you'll still hit autophagy even with the modified fast. Cellular regeneration, that's correct. What happens is you go 36 hours and you're not getting a lot of blood flow to the living tissue called your digestive system. Those organs shrink because of a lack of blood flow. They atrophy, whereby we don't want muscles to atrophy. We want our organs to atrophy temporarily. And then when you feed them again, that expansion causes a lot of cellular regeneration. That's the way I like to explain it. So I think it'll really help you, but more than anything, it helps us from a discipline standpoint, being able to say no to ourselves. So why do we detox? Y'all excuse my cough in advance. Yes, I have heard from some of y'all, but I need to clear that up. I'm trying my best. Doctor says not a lot he can do until I start getting some sleep and recovery, but I will. I plan on doing that soon. So I'm just sorry in advance for the cough. Thank y'all for sending me all the information on how to take care of my cough. I appreciate it. So detox, spiritual renewal and clarity, biblical inspiration, fasting and detoxing have deep spiritual roots in the Bible, helps us disconnect from worldly distractions and reconnect with God. Isaiah 58:6 says, "Is not this the fast that I have chosen? To loose the chains of injustice and to break every yoke." Detoxing clears the mind and spirit, and it creates time and space for prayer, reflection, and growth. It helps us gain discipline over cravings and worldly desire. So you've read in the scripture where it says that if you will grow weak, he will grow strong. Yes? I must decrease so that he can increase. So most of us operate, no, not most of us. I shouldn't say that. Everyone here, if you're a human being, you operate based upon pleasure and pain, especially if you're trapped in the body. So we have these mind-body phenomenons. So you got the ladder, right? The ladder up into heaven. You've probably seen that graphic before. You got the ladder. That first rung on the ladder that some people live on their entire life, it's mind body. That's all it is. Your own, basically your body. You're pursuing pleasure and fleeing from pain. You never ascend to the next rung. So when you step on that first rung, you're trying to get up there. You're pursuing indulgence and pleasure. So that's what we do. Nobody stops us from doing that. We've all chosen, maybe not everybody, but some of us have chosen to do that with food. Is the food as pleasurable as it once was, or are you just doing it out of habit? Habit, isn't it? I mean, what else are good people going to indulge in? What else are you going to indulge in? Especially you church goers, you don't go do nothing because you know it ain't right. So what do we do? Pleasure. What do we do for pleasure? We eat. We eat. That becomes a habit, and after a while, it's not even pleasurable anymore. It's more painful than it is pleasurable, but we have to have it to just feel normal. We try to pursue pleasure and we try to avoid pain. What kind of pain are we trying to avoid? Maybe boredom. Has anybody eaten recently something they shouldn't have because they were bored in the evening? Anybody done so because you're stressed? Maybe you don't want to put forth the effort. Renda's got her hand up. I love true confession. So these things happen and it's part of human behavior, but we've got something inside of us. We've got the spirit of the living God, which pricks at us. Remember when Paul, it was actually Saul, Jesus said to Saul, "It's hard for thee to kick against the pricks, isn't it, Saul?" It's hard to go against yourself because it hurts. And that's what we tend to do. We tend to, eventually, we're going against ourselves. We're working against our own self when we're overindulging in food and we've got habits of saying yes to self all the time. There's a quote that if you want to be successful, stop saying yes so much and start saying no more. Easier said than done, especially with yourself. You have to say no. But fasting turns that ability to say no to self back on. But you got to get some momentum. It's difficult in the beginning because you're so used to going to the same well every day, the fridge, the pantry, the fast food, Zaxby's, Martin's biscuits. You're so used to doing that you've gotten in a habit. So if we can stop and decrease and let him increase and let him say no, the Spirit of God that's within us say no, we'll get our discipline, our self-reliance back. Your body needs the physical cleanse. You need to eliminate as many toxins from processed foods as you can. You need to eliminate as much pollution and stress as you can. You need to take time to do that. It will help with fatigue at the end of the reset. It might even exacerbate it in the beginning a little, but it will help eliminate fatigue, brain fog, bloating, weight gain, inflammation. It's always a good way to get inflammation off the body. You'll improve your digestion. You will improve your nutrient absorption. One of the best things about using the 10-day reset, you're pulling some of that undigested matter out. It's not a laxative effect, but you're pulling some of that out. And then it's almost like a car amplifier. Back in the day, we had car factory stereos, but we'd all buy amplifiers that went in the back of our trunk that amplified the sound of the music. Well, a good reset and fast will amplify the absorption of nutrients. So we'll get that amplification. Increased energy and focus, reduced inflammation will help your body ramp down on its production of bad cholesterol. You will jumpstart your weight loss. It's so important that if your motivation is below 10, that you find many ways to jumpstart yourself when you don't feel like it. Many of us, that's a good wow challenge. A good wow challenge will jumpstart my results. You have to have these things that you do that help you take massive action. It's been said that lose weight slow or you'll put it all back on. Do you know they've actually studied that phenomenon, and those that come out of the gate fast have a better opportunity of changing their life once and for all? You won't keep the weight loss coming off fast because of how the body works, but those that jump into it with both feet, go cold turkey, those are the ones that usually lose it and keep it off. It's going to allow you to release some emotional baggage if you do this right, because a lot of those things that you've been stressed out with that you've had your head in the sand about, you'll have to deal with them because you'll be forced to pray. If you're fasting, you'll be forced to spend time with the Lord if you're being sincere and you're not going to eat, though your body's craving it. So you'll get to release some baggage. You'll get to think about some things deeply that you haven't in a while. It will put you back on purpose. And it increases and encourages your ability to live intentionally, to get up and not eat willy-nilly. We tend to do that. We don't do that with other things. We have calendars. We want to make our appointments on time. We've got responsibilities. But when it comes to food, we're just willy-nilly with it. We want to get back to intentional living. We're going to use on our training wheel fast, for those not going cold turkey on those fasting days, we're going to use predigested high-protein soups. You can use kettle and fire bone broth. Paula, this is a little bit like a colon cleanse, but it's not a laxative effect. Yes, you'll get a food list. Absolutely. That's what we're going to do today. If you're not able to work through it with us, we'll send it to you. It just won't be your own, but I'm going to give everybody a chance to do their own today too. So we're looking at something like kettle and fire bone broth. You can find that at a lot of grocery stores. Walmart has kettle and fire. Amazon has kettle and fire. I like kettle and fire bone broth. So let's say that you're having a fasting day and you can't go cold turkey on just 0-calorie beverages and water, then you could include kettle and fire bone broth. You can graze on that during the day. No solids. Or health-wise, high-protein soups. I have a ton of those. I've got beef and noodle, chicken and noodle, broccoli and cheese, tomato. Those are great ones for you to graze on too, and that's going to help you preserve muscle. Those are loaded in protein so that you can preserve muscle. Predigested helps because you don't need as much blood flow. We're trying to eliminate the blood flow to the digestive system. Not all blood flow, but I mean the acceleration of blood flow that causes the cells to expand. We want them to atrophy. That will help us hit autophagy. And though the protein down regulates the efficiency of autophagy, you'll still get a little bit. Now, it's better to do the water, just drink water if you're healthy enough to do so. Just have some approved beverages and stay away from anything with macronutrients in it. But if you can't, this is a good way to go. You'll rest that digestive system and you'll begin to heal. If you do the soups or some of the other things that are pre-digested and high protein that we'll talk about, you'll stay more satisfied a little longer. You won't have to negotiate with yourself as much. It'll help balance your blood sugar. These are very convenient and inexpensive. This is a comprehensive detox. We recommend the reset, the 10-day reset. So highly recommend that you do the 10-day reset. This reset is a 3-step system. You have your insoluble, soluble fiber to bind to the toxins, to bind to the bad fats, help remove them from the digestive tract. The fiber packet will improve, give me just a second. The fiber packet will improve your gut health. It will improve you will not absorb as much bad fat when you're taking in adequate fiber. Probiotics, you want to take your probiotics, you want to be putting back in those good bacteria, the good probiotics. You might even want to take a prebiotic product like Advil Greens or Athletic Greens, but definitely probiotics. Probiotics are in your reset. Herbal tablets are the ones in the Advocare kit are the best I've ever found because they don't cause me to be out in the public and have a problem. It's very safe, very effective. It's loaded with all kind of herbs that help liver detoxification and waste elimination. You want to detoxify your liver. The more you detoxify the intestines, the more the liver will dump out toxins. But in addition, you want something like the reset to help with the liver reset because your liver is where you're burning the fat. Miss Renda, was you trying to say something? I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead. Might have to unmute there though. Miss Renda's trying to talk to us. Just keep trying there and I'll listen for you, Miss Renda. When you figure that out, just jump in here and then I'll stop. How to get started with practical tips. Remember, a big part of fasting is hydration. You got to stay hydrated. We talked about water. I don't know how many of you are in the water class. You can do tap water, but for a cleanse, I would recommend something like Pellegrino mineral water or some sort of alkaline water. Fiji water is fantastic just for the cleanse. Clean it up some. You can use fresh squeezed lemons in your water too. That has a detoxification effect. Lemons or lime, you could do that. I wouldn't add any honey to it because we're also trying to lose some body fat during this time. Make sure that you incorporate prayer. If you're not doing that, I hope that you will, because a good fast, even though most of us are going to do this for physical reasons, there should be some spiritual practice in there too. Just remembering that we're not our own, giving him back the reins, so to speak. Reflect on why you're doing this daily. During 10 days is a pretty good timeline. Go ahead, Renda.
Is there a page in the book that we're on?
No, no, ma'am. This is not the 8-week program. This is the detox. The 8-week program we're doing Monday night.
Okay,
Yeah.
but it's not in the book.
No, no, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
No, ma'am. What she's talking about, for those of you that don't know, on Monday nights we're using this book. We'll be on lesson 4, Miss Renda, Monday.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll be doing the Italian meal ideas Monday night. Yes, we got Mexican coming up too. We love to eat around here, don't we? Okay, so detoxing can be emotionally and physically draining, so rest is crucial. Try to improve your sleep. You might even want to incorporate a sleep cocktail to get in deeper sleep, better REM sleep. That will help you detox. I used Rest Easy from the Wellness Company, and I use a good quality of highly absorbable magnesium. That helps me in the short time I am laying down. It helps me have more REM and deep sleep recovery. The deeper the sleep, the better the detox. Stay involved with the community. Accountability and community is important. If you try to do this on your own, you can start feeling like you are all on your own, and the temptations arise and you quit and justify, rationalize. When you decide to do something, that's why we do the wow challenges, because if you can't stick to something a day, you're really not ready. But this is 10 days. That's not a long time. That's only 1/36 of your year that we're asking you to commit 10 days under yourself and the Lord. Do the detox the right way. Let your body heal some. But it seems like a long time, because if you don't go into it with a great attitude and you're not having fun, when you're in pain and you're doing something that you feel like you have to do, but you don't want to do it, time goes by so slow. And then the next thing you know, you're rationalizing, you're justifying, and then you feel bad about yourself because you didn't finish what you started. Don't tap out unless you're just, I'm not into it, I just want to quit. Don't tap out if you make a mistake. Do the best you can do. If you're only at 50% efficiency, you're only at 50%. But at least you tried, at least you finished. We got to get better at, when we declare we're going to do something, that we finish it, so we stop losing belief in ourselves. Does all that make sense? Get your self-reliance back. Go over the kit. Okay, so let me undo this. Just don't pay any attention to the chicken scratch on the wall back there. So I start off every morning with the fiber packet. I mix it in either Spark or Ocean Spray Diet. You can mix it in water. They have flavored packets, but I like to mix it in either Spark or Ocean Spray Diet. It makes it more enjoyable. So I just put this in about 16 ounces of beverage, 3 cubes of ice, blend it up, get it all down. You'll have a little residue of fiber in the bottom. You need to put some more liquid in there, get that in. This is like, works like a Brillo pad. So it's your Brillo pad that over the 10 days is clinging to some of that undigested matter. And then you've got, I don't think I have it in here. Yeah, I got this one here. You've got your probiotics you take in the morning with your fiber packet. We'll send out class notes on all this, but this is the magic for me. A lot of great ingredients in here that help that Brillo pad do its work and speeds up transit time without it being loose stools. So you've got the cleanse, safest one I've ever used. I've used every one I can think of. No sugar in it, of course, but this is before bed. So a glass of water. I don't know how often you have to get up to pee, but you might want to do this about 2 hours before bedtime, because you need about eight ounces of good water with the cleanse tablets. So those are the 3 components in the 10-day reset. Outside of that, the fasting, the movement, and the food list is going to do the work. Does that all make sense? Someone asked about how much weight will I lose? I don't know, because It's all dependent upon your starting weight and how deep you're in EFB now. Some of you are doing the 8-week challenge. So if you've already lost the bloat, you can count on 1 to 2% of your weight loss per week. If you are just now starting, you can count on 5 to 10% in 10 days. So let's say that you're at 250, then you could lose, my goodness, you could lose up to 25 pounds of bloat. Travis, can that be done? It depends on how much weight you have to lose. Brother Charles has done that many times. Sandy's done that many times. But that's bloat, that's waste that we're getting off. A good number for you to look at for the full 10 days is 5%. So if you start at 200, 10 pounds. If you do it right, if you start at 250, 12 and a half pounds. If you're 150, then 7.5 pounds. Those are really good numbers if you're just getting started or you've had some off time. Can you do this without AdvoCare supplementation? You can. I never require supplements. It's just don't compare your results to people that are doing the supplements, but you never have to do supplements. People that are doing the supplements probably going to lose some more weight because they're going to get rid of more waste, but you don't have to. You can enjoy the benefits of the relaxation to your digestive system. Any other questions or comments? I don't charge for these. I do charge for the supplements, but I don't charge for the work that we put into it. Anybody else? No, there's no charge. There's no charge for the 10 days, the support, the class notes. I had to pay my team, so there's a charge for me, but no charge for our students. The replay will be in the library like it always is, Miss Sherry. It'll be in the video library. I take FiberWise. FiberWise is good. I would take it in the morning. I would only do it once per day because fiber can back you up too. The very thing that's meant to help you, if you're having too much fiber, can be a hindrance. But I would take 1 serving of FiberWise, and make sure, Jennifer, you take your Florify if you're doing that. That will help you. Then the only thing you're missing is the herbal tablets. Yeah, there has to be a charge for mentoring. If you can imagine, I'd have 20 bookings a day and I wouldn't be able to do anything for the groups if I did free mentoring. So there is a charge for one-on-one mentoring. Once we have mentors trained, we'll work that out where, maybe we don't have to charge, but yeah. And typically anyway, when you're giving free stuff away all the time, people don't do too good because they don't value it. So yeah, there's a charge for me to mentor you personally. I'm sorry, one more thing. My son is 18 years old. Can he take the AdvoCare 10-day reset? He sure can. If he has any underlying issues, might want to check with his doctor, but otherwise it's very safe, very effective. Anybody else before we look at a meal plan? All right, so we're gonna do some work now. If you've got paper, that's great. Or if you want to use one of the digital worksheets, we're just gonna do some work. We're gonna work this out. We're gonna come up with some great meal ideas for you that you like. We're gonna do it different and personalize it. So pulling up digital worksheets, let me get a good worksheet that will work here. Let's do custom meal ideas, create. I'm going to do 4 columns. Detox. Now, some of you that haven't went through Fast Track, when I start talking about food combinations, you're not going to know what I'm talking about yet. So continue going through Fast Track, take the test, pass the test, earn the badge. But meanwhile, you'll just have to trust the ideas that we all come up with here that you can do for this 10-day reset. We've never done it where we let you have a lot of buy-in, but we're going to let you have a lot of buy-in right now. So let's see. If you're taking Peak Performance with Florify, is it okay to take the Cleanse Symbiotic? It is. It is. It's not going to hurt you. Peak Performance I take every day. Okay. So first thing, those of us that's doing the reset, fiber packet, AM, probiotics, AM, and herbal tablets, PM. Okay, so that I'm getting that out of the way. I'm also going to take my Peak Performance. Make sure you take your vitamin of choice. They have this one, Vitality. If you're not doing Peak, this is already in Peak Performance along with a lot of other goodies. But this, if you're a shopping club member, this is only $14.99. And you basically, you're getting all the vitamins, minerals that you need in just a couple of tablets. So you're good to go with it. This is Vitality, $14.99. Again, I want to remind you, if you got Peak Performance, it's already in there. Okay. If you're doing GNC, that's fine, but you need to take a vitamin. Okay. I'm gonna do some AdvoCare, Advo Greens to get my prebiotics in. I'll do some collagen. I'll write that out later. If any of you are doing some of the other supplements, let me know. We'll talk about which ones and how to take them. But let's look at our breakfast, lunch, dinner ideas. Yeah, your 18-year-old can take Vitality. It's very safe. Yeah, very safe. You can take Peak Performance. That they're considered an adult now. So let's talk about on a calendar though, the 36-hour fast. You do not have to do any 36-hour fasting, but it will benefit you if you do some 36-hour fasting. Let me explain how I like to do it and then see if there's any questions. I like to take Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to do my 36-hour fast. It is what it says it is. It's 36 hours of fasting. But we'll look at a training wheel fast to get you through those days. This is where you'll get in the deepest autophagy. You will engage in 108 hours of fasting in 1 week. It's like a trick. So you could also choose Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So if you know that you and the hubby's going out on Friday night, maybe you want to do Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. But you're basically saying on those 3 days, I'm not going to do anything but drink my approved freebie beverages and drink my water and take my reset. That's it. I'm going to let my organs rest and relax. I'm going to renew my spirit. I'm going to lean not on my own understanding, but upon the Lord. So let's say that I choose Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Sunday evening, when I have dinner, I stop. I'm done eating. And I'm not going to eat again until Tuesday at noon. That will give me more than 36 hours of fasting. We'll get into training wheels in a minute if you're new to this. Tuesday, I would eat a lunch episode and then I would eat a dinner episode. Then I would stop eating again. I wouldn't eat again until Thursday at noon. We're going to have a community to help those that are trying to get through this. If you've never done it, it's very rewarding. You'll feel like you have amazing discipline at the end of the week. So then Thursday at noon, Thursday at dinner, I eat, I stop again. I'm not going to eat again until Saturday, and then my fast is over. I've gotten in 108 plus hours of fasting if I do that. Same thing Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday schedule. You eat dinner Monday night, you stop eating until Wednesday at noon, and so forth. Any questions about that before we talk about training wheels? Like if you get in other words, if I'm fasting Monday and I just can't take it, I feel terrible, there's some predigested things I can have that will help me. We'll go over those next. But are there any questions about that? This can be so rewarding for you if you've never done it. 108 hours of fasting in 1 week.
Hello?
Yes.
If you're not in EFB mode when you start that first 36-hour fast, I guess you're in EFB mode certainly after that 36 hours.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're conditioned to think that we need to graze all day. We're conditioned to think that right eating is 3 meals a day, but it's really not. 1 or 2 eating episodes a day is plenty, but it feels like you're fasting because we're just not eating. It's, we're not using food as comfort during that fast. And your stomach is going to shrink so much that the next week, even having regular perfect days, you'll feel like you're cheating. Any other questions? Give the timing for the supplements. If you're doing the reset, I'll do it simultaneous. So when I get up in the morning, the first thing I do is my fiber packet and my probiotics. That's the first thing I'll do. If you're doing the wellness company, first thing in the morning, I would take my FiberWise and I would take Florify. Does that make sense, Jennifer? I take my vitamin. In this case, you might get a little nausea if you're taking your vitamin on an empty stomach, but I'll take it because the nausea only lasts me about 10 minutes. Good vitamins will cause you a little nausea if you do them on an empty stomach. Then I'll have them with my meal episodes the next day. Then you take your herbal tablets. If you're doing the herbal tablets, about 2 hours before bedtime. It's going to do the work along with the fiber. Does that make sense, everyone? If you're doing other things, we'll work that in too. You can talk to me in the support group. Everybody good? Okay, so let's first talk about on our fasting days or any day, what are some pre-digested foods and supplements that we can do to get us through? So I'm going to go to this worksheet. We're going to put these at the top. I'm just going to put my see where it says snack and freebies on my worksheet? I'm going to put my pre-digested supplements. That might as well say training wheels. So on my fasting days, if I need to do something, I'm going to choose Kettle and Fire. Keep in mind, these are eating episodes, so I can do them on my non-fasting days too. The more I do these, the better results I'm going to get. If I had it within me to do it for a full week, I would. Basically, you're eating pre-digested foods that are protein to preserve muscle and to give you a little energy. Kettle and Fire bone broth. You can't do those that have fat in them. They have different soups. I'm only doing the miso, the beef, the chicken, the ones with 0 fat. I just put these in a coffee cup. I heat it up on the stove, put it in a coffee cup, and drink it like coffee. I love it. It soothes the digestive system. The Kettle and Fire bone broth is really good for you. The 0 fat ones. Then I do the Health-Wise high protein soups. Health-Wise high protein soups. So I will do at one serving 2 packages usually. So I'll drink out of a coffee cup again, the beef and noodle, the chicken noodle, the broccoli and cheese. They have several flavors of those. Those give me a lot of sustenance, a lot of protein. I will be doing these on my eating days. I'm going to try to not eat on my fasting days, but if you have to have something, we'll still let you call it a Tiger 36 if you're new to this, as long as you're doing this. Other things that I won't do that I'm going to let you all add, if you want to add it, you just let me know in here. We're looking for pre-digested protein supplements or foods. Does anybody do 000 yogurt? Bare bones broth will be okay. That's a good one. Bare bones is good. Does anybody do the yogurts 000? You want me to put those? Okay, so 000 yogurt, one little 3.5 ounce one. I think it's 3.5 ounces, 3 ounces, something like that. 000 yogurt.
Travis,
Uh-huh.
I'm driving, so I can't type. I apologize for it. I just want to make sure I understand because I joined late because of work. Anyway, you're saying on the fasting days, if we need to have something, it's okay to have these things you're talking about right now?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Up to 3 episodes a day during your 36 hours.
So you're still considered fasting. Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. For the purpose of this, we're going to still consider it fasting. They'll be in your Dropbox. By that time, there'll be where instead of like perfect day, you'll have training wheel fast. That way we know that you didn't have you didn't go with, you did have something, but it was very mild.
And I can print this worksheet on the website?
No, you would have to do
Oh,
homework sheet, but I'll put this one in class notes.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you'll be able to see what we all came up with. I find people are more apt to stick to it if they have a part in coming up with the meal ideas. Anybody else think of something that's pre-digested, high protein? I'm gonna put shakes, GC Control. I'm gonna put Beverly. Those are pre-digested, low carb. If anybody has any of the high protein pudding, you can do the high protein pudding. Does anybody have the high protein oatmeal? That's pre-digested. I don't want to do the Mighty Muffin because it has a lot more in it than just protein. No, the core power shake would be way too many calories. It's way too much protein. That much protein will set us back with autophagy. Oh yeah, I forgot. Was supposed to be at the top of the list. Health-wise, hot chocolate is a good one, or cocoa ringa. Cocoa ringa is like 8 grams of protein. Health-wise, hot chocolate 15. So we're really not upsetting autophagy much. Anybody else think of one that I'm missing? It's pre-digested, high protein. So let's say it's Monday. I want to stay away from bio coffee because of the carbs, unless you mix it in with cocoa ringa. I'll put it up here because it is a good detoxifier. Bio coffee with health-wise hot chocolate or cocoa ringa. It's real low protein, but it's high carb. Does that make sense, Michelle? Kelly? We need to blunt that carbohydrate some. All right, so let's say it's Monday and I make it. I don't have anything but some coffee, some Spark. I made it. So Tuesday I eat. We're about to come up with the meals in a moment. Four Sigmatic coffee's great. Then Tuesday I have my 2 eating episodes, but Wednesday, let's say that I'm having a really taxing day. I'm having a tough day. And by noontime, I need something. So I have health-wise broccoli and cheese soup. And then for dinner, it's still been a rough day. I'm not supposed to eat, but I have me a GC Control shake. And then Friday, again, I'm just feeling so pitiful and I can't make it without anything. So for breakfast, I have high protein oatmeal. And then later in the day, I have bio coffee mixed with cocoa ringa. Does that make sense, everybody? These are to help you get through the fasting days. So basically, I'm going to write this up here. here's another good way to look at it to help qualify your fast. Other than these supplements, how many eating episodes can you have during your detox week? This is going to get you. Some of you might tap out right here. How many eating episodes can I have in a week of 336-hour fast?
Well,
8. So we've got 8 eating episodes in a week. You're headed to this resort, right? You're headed to my pretty hot and tempting resort where for a week all you get is 8 eating episodes plus these here. Does that make sense? You're gonna get to eat more than 8 times if you get in a pickle. But it's you can graze on this list. Am I making sense, everybody? So you could have 20 eating episodes, but we're grazing on this list. But from the breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you're only going to get 8 eating episodes. That's how I do my 336 hours, 108 hours fasting in a week. It's a lot of fun. Don't let me scare you off, especially if y'all are engaged with one another in the community. Do y'all want me to do the thing when we do this where mess hall's open and mess hall's closed, except for these freebies? That's what I'll do then. Starting next Thursday, I'll do mess hall open, mess hall closed. Y'all have to agree you can't have any of the foods we're about to come up with. You can't have them unless the mess hall is open. Is that a deal? If the mess hall is closed, can you have from this list over here? Yes. If mess hall is closed, you can have these if you need them. But the foods we're about to come up with, you can't have unless mess hall is open on Pretty Hot and Tempting Island. Is that good? I'll write all this out. Y'all will get this tomorrow in your class notes. You'll get it on Sunday after I get out of church. Fun so far? Okay. Now we have to come up with our 8 eating episodes. Hey, Nalida, we got to come up with 8 eating episodes. We want some breakfast ideas, lunch ideas, dinner ideas. Here's the qualifier. They have to be on a portion plate, and they have to be from red or yellow column. So y'all start picking. And by the way, I have to leave at 11:45, so we got to get to picking. This is going to be a fun one. It's feeling like it's shaping up nice, like it can be a lot of fun. Don't you think, Cindy? It's feeling like it might be some fun here. Hemp bars. So 1/3 hemp bars, a good breakfast or lunch item. Egg whites. Mighty Muffin. Heck yeah, I got to have a Mighty Muffin. Quest bars. Egg white omelet with spinach and mushrooms. Avocado toast recipe. Yeah, AHS. The AHS stuff wouldn't be a freebie, but it could be our meal episodes. So AHS, mac and cheese. You can add tuna or ground beef to that. Lean ground beef. Cheesesteak pasta. AHS fettuccine with or without the meat. Pancakes. I love the pancakes. We could put those over here too. AHS pancakes. I'll clean up my spelling later. Hemp bars don't really expire. You'll know if they're rancid. So as long as if you're questioning if they're okay, they're okay. You'll know when they're not okay. Trust me. Halo Top ice cream, that's really not red or yellow. Let's stay with red or yellow, Miss Nalada. 000 yogurt. Think of some whole foods. Now, we've already got a lot of meal replacements as freebies. Let's come up with some more like egg white, omelet, spinach, mushroom. Let's come up with some whole foods from red and yellow columns. A Fit Crunch bar would not be the best one for the detox, but it is an approved meal. Grilled cheese has got bread. So how can let me do this. Approved grilled cheese with -2 or -3 bread. But I'm gonna mark it so that you know it's not I'm gonna mark the ones not the best for the detox with an X, okay? Salmon and squash, chicken breast. Now we're talking. Now we're getting there. Because keep in mind, when we're not cleansing, we're not fasting, we need some whole food on here. Salmon, squash, chicken breast, squash. Zucchini, squash, and steamed broccoli you could have with any lean protein. Omelets you could have. Kettle and fire broth is already on here. Any other meal ideas that you like? Pork tenderloin with a category 2. What about could I do London broil over a salad? Let me put some I'm gonna do to show y'all how I do it. So London broil and salad, I'm gonna have some whole eggs and Himalayan salt. What else might I do here? I'm gonna have me a portion control plate of approved pasta, Explore Cuisine, spaghetti on a portion plate, approved chicken salad and tuna salad, approved chicken salad, approved tuna salad. I like egg salad. I'm gonna put that. Watch out for regular full fat cheese on a detox. Shellfish and ghee butter with a category 2. Chili, approved chili, 1.5 cups of approved chili. Line and shark days you can do definitely. So I'll put down here at the bottom line and shark days, but what that means is keep in mind if you're going to do the full fat stuff, you know this, Cindy, you can't have any of this up here. Does that make sense? So on that day, you have to stay with line and shark protocol. Did anybody get overlooked? Spaghetti, squash, and lean ground beef, we'll call that approved spaghetti. Did anybody get overlooked and your favorite one's not up here from red or yellow column? Watch out for the bread, Miss Kelly, during the detox. Like if you wanted to have a Hebrew National Frank, a couple of those that you've fried in MCT oil, but no bun. Let's stay away from bread as much as we can during a detox. Remember this, everybody's 10-day detox, and then we go back to our approved hamburgers and hot dogs and Hillbilly soup would work. I like hillbilly soup, and it's really good for you. Hillbilly soup, hobo soup, hamburger soup. All right, can I give y'all, well, let's see, unstuffed cabbage rolls, I'll put that. Lettuce wraps with deli meats. Okay, so let's pause there for a minute. I'm going to give y'all the rundown of what a week looks like. Can I do that real quick with you? So here's what a week would look like. Let's start with my supplements. We're gonna hear everything we do here. Now you're not expected to know this answer. You get bonuses if you know this answer. With I Am Faithfully Fit, everything that we're aware of and that we're doing in our system ties back into what measurement tool on the website? Ties back into something that we do new here. A measurement tool to let us know how we're doing daily.
Journaling?
Close. It's a new feature in the journal.
Report card.
Yeah.
Oh.
Everything ties back into there. So we start every day with our faith practice, right? We're a Christian group. We're working on coming back to the Father. So we're doing a detox. Does it make sense to pray and do devotion time? That makes sense to me. Next, you have the nutrition. And then lastly, you have supplementation. So let's bring those two in first. So I've done my prayer. I have my fiber packet and my probiotics first thing in the morning. If I'm not eating on that day, I'm going to go on and take my vitamins too and get them out of the way. Does that make sense so far? Then on Monday, so let's say we're starting on a Thursday. So let's say for Thursday, I've taken that. Let's say that's going to be an eating day for me. Because I'm going to do this. I'm going to fast on Monday, Wednesday, Friday of the next week. So on Thursday, I've had my sups. I've enjoyed some time with the Lord. And then for lunch, let's say that I have some AHS fettuccine with tuna. Then for dinner, I have some unstuffed cabbage rolls. That's 2 of my 8 eating episodes for the next 7 days. Does that make sense? If I'm not hungry, I'm going to save it. But I was hungry. Does that make sense? In fact, it may play out a little different because of how we're starting on a Thursday, and that's okay. We're basically getting, for the 10 days, we're actually getting more than 8 episodes. Whoever said 12's right. But it's 8 in 7 days. All right, so I just cleared now. Before bed, I'm having my herbal tablets on Thursday. And then Friday, I'm going to fast. So I do my supplements again, my prayer time, and let's say I get hungry during the day. I don't want to do this all day, but if I get hungry, can I drink me some hot soup? Yep. And then let's say the husband's eating a big dinner and you're watching him and your belly's about to eat your backbone. Could you go ahead and have some 000 yogurt? Yes. So then the next day we're eating again. We alternate. Basically what we're doing is alternating. So, but here's the thing though, us starting on a Thursday, let's do it this way. You have to pick out 4 days of fasting because we're not doing 7 days. So over the 10 days, you got to pick out 4 days. Does that make sense? So so Thursday, when we start next Thursday, that's an eating day for everybody. The mess hall will be open. And then why don't we do this to simplify it? What if we eat Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? That'll get us through the weekend. And then we do the 3 36-hour fast starting the next week. Does that make sense to everybody? And then we'll do a vote for that week. Do we want Monday, Wednesday, and Friday fasting days or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday? Let's all do it the same so we can keep our mess hall right. I didn't think about that. Can everybody do Monday, Wednesday, Friday? You can't do Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That would be 48 hours of fasting. Oh, you meant Friday. Okay, good. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, everybody? It starts the 27th. Yep. You could start now, but nobody will be doing it with you till Thursday. We got to have enough time for everybody to get. We're starting it on the new moon on the 27th. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So we're going to get to eat starting next Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We can have 2 of these eating episodes on those days. Does that work for y'all? And then we fast on Monday. We eat Tuesday. We fast on Wednesday. We eat Thursday. We fast on Friday. And then we're home free. This is a new moon. It's a good day it's the brand new moon cycle. It's a great day to start fresh and new. We're starting on the new moon. Brand new cycle. Yeah, that's what we're talking about, Cindy. So next Thursday we begin. That's day 1. While we've got motivation, while we're motivated, we're going to get through a weekend. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're having 2 eating episodes each on those days and our supplements. Then on Monday we fast, Wednesday we fast, Friday we fast, then we're home free. Yeah, so I'll put salad with hemp hearts on here. Is everybody on the same page? So here's how it would look for me. So Thursday, I'm starting. You can get hemp hearts and hemp flakes from us, please. So Thursday, I'm starting. I'm having my supplements, and then I'm choosing 2 of these eating episodes on Thursday, 2 of them on Friday, 2 of them on Saturday, 2 of them on Sunday. I stop eating Sunday evening, and I fast until Tuesday at noon. Then I eat Tuesday evening, and then I stop eating until Thursday at noon. I eat Thursday evening, and then I stop until Saturday at noon, and then I'm home free. We just got through 108 hours of fasting in 10 days. That's amazing. Does that make sense to everyone? On my fasting days, if I get in a mess mentally, I can't have these whole foods, but I can have these pre-digested foods over here. There's going to be some weight dropped. Now, here's what we didn't talk about. We talked about faith. We talked about nutrition. We talked about supplementation. We didn't talk about exercise. If you're able to walk, I want you to walk. I'm going to go ahead and save this document. If you're able to walk, I want you to walk. Everybody here, this is how Miss Cindy got started, a meeting just like this. And now she's a walker extraordinaire. So you are assigned 10,000 or more steps a day unless you can't do that. And then I'm going to give you an assignment right now. Is there anybody who can't do 10 times 10, can't do 100,000 steps in 10 days? You must get 100,000 steps in 10 days to successfully complete this challenge. Now, if you can't, I'm going to give you a T-scription. Sharon's not able. Sharon, do you have any type of step tracker? I want you to walk to your mailbox and back to the front door each day for 10 days for the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. 3 trips to the mailbox and back each day for 10 days. Can you do that? You got to do it on the honor system or you have to tap. That's 30 times to the mailbox and back in 10 days. You got it? Fitbit does sync with Faithfully Fit, or you can add the steps manually. If you use a recumbent bike or a stationary bike, you have to give me 100 miles on that bike, Cindy, over the 10 days. Can you do that? Anybody else can't do the steps? If your Fitbit doesn't stay linked, just make sure that you enter those steps manually. You might want to unlink your Fitbit and just agree to do it manually. I just unlinked mine. I quit fooling with it. I just add my steps manually. I don't like to wait on it to sync. On the recumbent bike, 100 miles over 10 days. Yes, this will be a challenge on the website. Lisa's going to put it in there when we get off of here. You'll get class notes tomorrow after church. Yeah, if it's not syncing, just unsync it. Just take it out and add it manually. If you cannot walk and you have a medical diagnosis whereby you can't walk, then we're letting you out of that part of the challenge. Cindy's not allowed out. Anybody else? With the exercise part, do your best. With the food part, there's no getting out. When in doubt, ask questions. Bye, Kelly. Any questions or comments? When will you get the class notes? Tomorrow. You might want to go ahead, if you're going to do the reset kit, you might want to go ahead and get that so that you're sure to have it by Thursday. Lisa, will you post that one more time? Is it okay if I call this the Fat Detox, PHAT, pretty hot and tempting? PHAT Detox, that's how it'll be on the challenge tab. We're doing the Fat Detox, PHAT. Did you get that, Lisa? This is called the acronym PHAT, Fat Detox, pretty hot and tempting. You can have up to 3 sparks a day. Did that make sense, Lisa? Here's what it looks like, Lisa, for the challenge. You don't have to worry about class notes, Lisa. I'll do those myself tomorrow, so you don't have to worry about it. It won't look as pretty as when you and Geraldine do it, but it'll be functional. Yeah, it's 10 days starting next Thursday, the 27th. So this will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So it'll go through Saturday of the next week. That would be 10 complete days. Everybody good? Yes, you can still do the 8-week course. This counts as part of that. You can do it. You don't have to drop out of the 8-week course. This does include the Advocare 10-day reset, but it's not mandatory. It's just highly recommended. It's pretty simple, right? Is there anybody confused? Yeah, get that reset. It'll be a big help to you. Yeah, probably 5%. Probably 5% of your beginning weight is that's a good number. So if you're 200, probably 10 pounds, 150, 7.5, 300, 15. Delian, not confused. This was pretty fun, simple, easy. You weigh 155, then probably 7.5 pounds if you do it right. All right, y'all. I'm gonna dismiss us in prayer. Tomorrow you'll get class notes. Check your spam folder, promotion folders after church. It won't look as pretty as when the girls do it, but all the links will be there. What you need will be there. Yeah, meal replacement shake can be used as a meal replacement. All right, y'all. I'm going to close us out in prayer. I hope y'all have a beautiful day. Pray for me when you pray. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in the earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day, Lord, our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen and amen. Thank y'all. We'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.